Hey guys, we're back here again with another third place deck down there at Sci-Fi, my local card store. And this time I was playing Blacephalon GX. There we go, get it to focus. And this was a lot of fun to play. It was the first time I ever played this. Bursting Balloon, or Bursting Burn. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned and confused. Never use that attack. Mind Blown, 2 fire energy, 50 damage, or 50 times damage. Put any number of fire energy attached to one of your Pokemon in the Lost Zone. This attack does 50 damage for each card you put in the Lost Zone in that way. And Burst GX, discard one of your prize cards. If it's an energy card, attach it to one of your Pokemon. So that one's that's great. I did pretty well with it. I went 2-1. The one loss was against Blake, and totally bombed out. The deck just did not draw. Started with 3 B-String in my hand. No supporter card. Started with Blacephalon, B-String, Fire Energy. Seems like there may have been a Nest Ball or something like that, but I just dead drew completely and did not draw into any supporters till like turn 3 or 4. Finally got a Lele, but at that point it was just way too far gone. But anyway, play 4-4 line of Blacephalon. Get that camera there. And then up next, we play a 3 line of Poipole to evolve into those Naganadels, so we can get those energies back out of the discard, because we'll be trying to do that quite a bit. And then next, we play a 3 line of Naganadel with that charge up ability. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So it's pretty awesome. Teams real well with that Blacephalon. What you do is you get a lot of energies in the discard. Blacephalon, you get 2 on it, and then when you attack, you just discard off your Naganadels, or put them into the Lost Zone off your Naganadels, and not off your Blacephalon if you can keep from it. But it allows you to get a lot of damage on the board really quick. If you have 3 Naganadels up, that's 150 damage. And then next up, we have a Ditto Prism Star. This is pretty much going to go in every deck with stage 1s in it. I mean, having that, we could play 4 Poipole if we wanted to, but this is just there to give us a little bit of options. 3 line of Naganadel and Poipole is great, but sometimes you just find that Ditto first, or you have to discard a Poipole, and so there's a Ditto. And, you know, you can lay it down and evolve it into anything. It's just really handy. Next up, we have a Lowland Grimer. This is so we can evolve into Lowland Muck. Helps us get shut off those abilities. And then next is, of course, that Lowland Muck. Shuts off all abilities on basic Pokemon. Most of the time, you'll use the Ditto to evolve because you'll already have your Poipoles out. But sometimes you do need that Lowland Grimer. It's very rare, but if you don't need it, you just discard it and don't worry about it. If you wind up using that Ditto for a Naganadel, then you know you still got the Lowland Grimer. It works really good against Gramble decks, against what's that? Shuckle GX works really good against Shuckle GX. Those kind of Pokemon like that. Gramble is what it's really teched for. For supporter line, we run a 3 line of Cynthia. I would probably like to boost that up to 4. Not real sure on that. It done real good. My brother actually made this deck list, and it played real good. I've made a couple changes to it, but he says the supporter line's great, and it did really well. It did stall real bad against Blake and his Malamar deck, but it's done good so far. And we need a 3 line of Lily. Getting that turn 1 Lily is just awesome. Dropping all the way down to 0 cards in hand if it's possible, and then drawing for 8. You just can't go wrong that way. Next up is Guzma. 3 Guzma. That switching ability. Just being able to drag up whatever you want out of their off their bench and putting your guy in play. And with Naganadel only having a 1 retreat cost, it is super easy to put Naganadel in the active, charge up, and then retreat him, and then swing with Blacephalon. It's really good tech. And next up, we have a little bit of a different card. It's Hala. And this card says, shuffle your hand into your deck. If you have used your GX attack, draw 7 cards. If not, draw 4 cards. And with Burst GX, if you go second, you're going to use Burst GX, and that is 1 fire energy. Discard one of your prize cards. If it's an energy card, attach it to one of your Pokemon. Most of the time, that is better than that bursting burn up top that confuses and burns. Most of the time it is. If it's a mirror match, then it's not always the best. But with that Burst GX, you've used your GX attack pretty much turn 1 of the game. So you're going to get those 7 cards. If you start with it and that's your only supporter, then, you know, that of course is bad. And that does happen. But that's why we play the 3-line of Cynthia and the 3-line of Lily, because we have that Hala. So, and them work really well. It's pretty good being able to shuffle your hand in and then draw 7 cards. Now for the items, we have 4 Ultra Ball. Everybody knows what them are for. Just drawing out those Pokemon, getting the stage 2 or stage 1s or your Muck or your Ditto or whatever it is. And then next we have 4 B-String, because there's nothing like going down to, or your opponent having 3 or 4 prizes remaining and just pulling out a couple B-String, slapping a bunch of energies on your, slapping 2 energies on your Blacephalon, and then slapping 2 energies on your Naganadel, and then being able to charge up and just be off to the races and really just hammering your opponent. Up next we have Ultra Space, and this lets you get out every Pokemon in your deck except for Ditto, a Lowland Grimer, and Muck, because they are not Ultra Beast. But you know, you're getting Naganadels, you're getting Blacephalons, you're getting Poifles. I mean, it lets you get anything and put it into your hand. You don't have to put it onto the bench. It is so far better than Brooklet Hill for Ultra Beast. It's awesome. Next up, we have 2 Mysterious Treasure, because this will let you search out all of your Psychics. So you're getting a Lowland Muck, you're getting a Lowland Grimer, you're getting your Poifles and your Naganadels. Really good. Next up is Choice Band, because discarding 3 energies versus discarding 4 energies is great. 3 energies, you're doing 150 damage. At a Choice Band, you're doing 180, and you just cannot beat that. That is so... Being able to hit that, not have to discard it extra, not discard it, put it into the Lost Zone, so it's never coming back. Being able to do that is just great, because you're not burning through energies, knock out something smaller when you know something big is coming up later. Next up, we have 2 energy switches, because sometimes you need to attach manually to a Pokemon on the bench and put it into the active, or you have just decided to sacrifice something. You know, just throw it into the active. Maybe it's got an energy on it. You know it's going to get knocked out, but maybe you know that the other person doesn't have any Guzmas left, whatever, and then you just energy switch it out of the way. But mainly it's for using with Charge Up from Naganadel. Charge Up, bring it from the discard, attach it to Naganadel, and then use energy switch and put it straight on a Blacephalon so you can attack. It's a very, very good card in this deck. And next up we have a switch. Oh, not a switch, Nest Ball. And this is just in there for getting out your Blacephalons or any basic, really. I mean, it's we only play 1 of, because you cannot search out Blacephalon with the Mysterious Treasure, so you're stuck with using Ultra Balls, which is fine because most of the time you draw into plenty. But, you know, sometimes you would like to be able to, you know, wish you had one of those draw cards, Pokemon draw cards, that was not a Mysterious Treasure or an Ultra Ball. And then next up, we play 1 Heat Factory Prism Star. And this card is just super good. The more I play Fire decks, which is always, but the more I play Fire decks, the better it just gets. Being able to discard a Fire Energy and then draw 3 cards is great. And then with Naganadel, you discard that Fire Energy. You need them in the discard anyway. So you just discard it, attach it with Charge Up straight on the Naganadel, and you're not losing anything by discarding it. And then next up is our energy line. Now this is a lot of energy because you're putting them in the Lost Zone, so you're not getting them back. So we do play a lot of energy here. So we play 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 fire energies, and 1 beast energy. So that puts you up to 17 energies in total. And with that beast energy at a Choice Band, that's dangerous on a Naganadel, because Naganadel does 80 damage 80 damage for 3 energies, which is not hard to get on a Naganadel with charge up. It does 80 damage, and then with beast energy, that's 110, and then with a choice band, you're hitting 140. And if you have exactly 3 prize cards remaining, you're doing 160 damage anyway. So with a choice band, you're doing 190, and then you're doing 220 with the beast energy attack, and that is just a great attack. And but that's pretty much it for the deck list. There's a few things you could probably change out, a few things you probably want to add to it. Maybe another Cynthia, maybe another Lily instead of Cynthia. Maybe play a 3-line of Cynthia and a 4-line of Lily. I don't know. Hala is really good, so that kind of makes up for it. I wouldn't go down with the energies because you're putting them in the lost zone. You're not getting them back. Just think, if you get knocked out playing beast energy, it's gone. You're like, oh no, that's not so bad. You know, just turn sideways, put it in the discard. And like, yeah, I'm missing my 30 damage. You know, that's aggravating. But that's with all of these. All of these are going into the lost zone. So if you're swinging for 4 energies every time, they're going in the lost zone, and then they're going in the lost zone. I mean, so the least you have to knock out, the least energies you have to use, the better. But that's pretty much it for the deck list. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, think about giving me a sub. I'd appreciate it. And let me know if you'll go to a sci-fi down there and kill her at some time. I'll be more than happy to try and make it down there and we can play together.